and this is Tropic Analysis, and this is update 2 on Laura. Here's the current tropical outlook. Only Hurricane Laura in sight with 80-mile-an-hour winds and a pressure of 990 millibars. The official forecast for Hurricane Laura brings it towards the Texas-Louisiana coast, Texas-Louisiana border, and shows it becoming a major hurricane right before landfall. Multiple hurricane warnings in effect for Texas and Louisiana, Texas-Louisiana coast, and as you can see, it is expected to regenerate after it comes off the east coast. Wind speed probabilities not looking good. 100% if you are directly in the path of Laura. And for Houston, you're not going to be getting much rain since it is the western side of Laura, which is the weaker side. You're just going to get hit by some rain bands, and possibly some 45 to 73 mile an hour winds. Current status of Houston, multiple people evacuating north towards Austin and Dallas. As you can see, there's a little green blob here. That is for regeneration, and there is a 5 to 10% chance. That is very unlikely, but it is still possible that Laura could regenerate as a tropical storm off the east coast. Multiple storm surge warnings for Galveston Bay, Sabine Lake, Vermilion Bay, Lake Pontchartrain, and Lake Borg. Dang, I just butchered those names. Be careful if you're around the Louisiana coast near the border of Texas. You will be getting 9 to 13 feet of a storm surge. Galveston Bay also with 6 to 9 feet of storm surge, and Vermilion Bay with 7 to 11 feet of storm surge. Here's the latest satellite imagery from GOES East. As you can see, convection wrapping around a little dry spot over there, and you can see the remnants of Marco, and we don't need to worry about Marco anymore. And eye may develop. We see potential eye forming right in the middle after within 24 hours. As we can see here in the infrared imagery, a lot of convection wrapping around the center. The north quadrants and northwest quadrants getting better with more banding and more convection wrapping around the center. Here's the latest HWRF run. As you can see, it's going to rapidly intensify into a major hurricane before it makes landfall. Here it is around peak intensity, 947 millibars, a very powerful storm with possibly Category 4 winds. We do expect this to bring torrential flooding into Louisiana and maybe Houston, but Houston is going to get affected only by the western bands. If you do live on coastal cities such as Galveston, or next to a river like Baton Rouge, I recommend you scoot further north. For Galveston, I recommend you scoot further into the woodlands, and hope you guys stay safe. Thank you guys for watching. That concludes this update on Laura. Be sure to like, sub, and turn on notifications for the latest updates on the tropics. Next week, I will be covering East Pacific, West Pacific, and the Indian Ocean, and more. Stay tuned, everybody.